Hello and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com. I'm Jim Sheehan, joined again by the head men's lacrosse coach at Hofstra University, Seth Tierney. And Coach, belated happy Easter. The Pride coming off their season opening CAA win over Towson on Saturday, 9-3, a convincing victory over the Tigers. Your assessment of the contest?
Yeah, I'm certainly happy and proud of our guys. I thought they were focused, with the week of practice going in. I've said it to a lot of media outlets with the way lacrosse is set up, and certainly, on both sides, men's and women's lacrosse, you don't have many opportunities in your conference, so everything is really valuable every time that you go out there. And to get the first one, we're thrilled to be on the right side of that one. And I just, from beginning to end, a couple mistakes, but I just liked where the focus was. Good to have Dylan Alderman back. Again, he's not 100%, so he'll be back in the training room for the week, and as well as a couple other guys. But now we shift our focus to Fairfield.
Low-scoring first half, 2-1, but you kind of erupted. What did you say at halftime?
Yeah, a little bit of the getting to know you process in regards to the CAA, and nobody really wanted to make a mistake, and so they had some of their players that didn't play for them, so we just had to scramble a little bit to get a is this the right game plan with now knowing who that personnel was. And then at halftime it was more, we got to just go harder. We got to not be afraid to make a mistake, and it's always a fine line. You want your team to play perfect, but you also don't want them to play too timid that they're not going to make mistakes and play loose. So it took about 30 minutes for us to do that. And then we, I think Jimmy Yanis maybe popped one in the beginning of the third quarter, and that kind of let some of the air out of the balloon, and we were fortunate to have a pretty good third quarter.
Ryan Tierney, 4 goals, 1 assist. We speak like he's not related to you, but Ryan Tierney, 4-1, and named the CAA Player of the Week this week. As we said the other day, taking on that leadership role of the scoring, but he does have a lot of help. So that's
he does. Listen, Ryan is he's a guy that he did some different things versus Towson, which was great as a coach. I know Coach Brazel has been working with him, and that part of it is great. He scored righty. He scored on the run, not just that catch and shoot that people think it is. And then he's had some games where he's gotten a bunch of assists. He knocked one down to, I think, Dylan McIntosh on man up one time, and that part of it was good. So again, it's good to have him out there, and he is related to me when he plays well, and he's related to my wife when he doesn't play well, and but for that part, I'm proud of him. He's done a good job, and he's going to need to. But Jimmy Yanis, really good second half. They were shutting off Dylan McIntosh, and so it was hard to get his hands free after the performance that he had in a losing effort versus St. John's, and it was good, like we said, to have Dylan Alderman back. Cavi had a big goal, Kavanaugh, and we're getting Mosier back, and so that part of it is hopefully promising.
Yeah, Ryan and McIntosh now should share the lead for goals with 18, but last 4 games Ryan has had 12, 13 assists, so he's making things happen both offensively and around the goal.
And that's what Coach Brazel and certainly my outlook on offense is. I think you can stop a one-man show. It's more difficult to plan for team offense, and you just never know who's going to step up. Is it going to be Dylan McIntosh? Is it going to be someone else? And then we got a couple of young guys, Dominic Pryor, Ryan Kennard, certainly are playing well and giving us a little bit of punch as well. So looking forward to it.
That was my next question. Do you want to see more out of the midfield and the second midfield?
I do. We've got guys that banged up. Dale Stasko was playing great for us in the fall, and then an injury, and it's kind of set him back a little bit. Dom Pryor is a freshman and is doing a lot for us. Ryan Kennard, Bryce Tolmie, those guys have now stepped up, and Brian Philbin, and we got another week to work with them and see what our comfort level is as we head into the game versus Fairfield this weekend.
Okay, the Stags 3-8, 0-1, but the last 2 games have been 1-goal games. Losing to Villanova, losing to Delaware this past week.
Those numbers are bad numbers. This is a talented team that they can put points on the board. And they got guys offensively that can sling it around. There's no getting around it. We're watching film on them now. I'm a huge fan of Coach Copeland and what he does with his teams. But we got to keep our eyes out. Colin Burke, Rodriguez, and then the host of middies, Beckwith, all these guys. They've got guys in every position, and they come at you from every corner of the offensive end. So we're going to have certainly a challenging week preparing for them.
Well, Rodriguez has 26 goals. It seems like Burke loves to play against Hofstra.
He does. He's a Long Island guy. I know him. I've coached him. He comes from a great family, and he's a gamer.
Okay. Hofstra and Fairfield Saturday night at James M. Stewart Stadium at 7 p.m. We hope you will join us. One final question: the CAA race now, 3 teams with 1 win, 3 teams with no wins. Like you said, every game is important in the CAA.
Yeah. So now this next week, you have to cut that first week loose, and now what happens this week? We certainly don't want to be 1-1. Those teams that end up being 2-0, they will have a little bit of confidence as they go into each week. So it's those little things. It's the week of preparation. This game's going to be won Monday through Friday, and then we're certainly going to have to be locked and loaded for Saturday. So we'll see. The Fairfield Hofstra game is always a wild one.
Are you happy about having the 3 home games to start the CAA season?
It's never happened before.
Yeah.
I'd like to hold my answer until after the 3 games, and then if you can ask me that, certainly we're thankful. They rotate the schedule. It's a tough task, to schedule and to keep everything fair. Home, away, what's going to take place. But certainly, let's right now, as you know, as well as probably a lot of the viewers, just Fairfield. We're just talking about them right now.
Absolutely, and that's the only game this week. Hofstra and Fairfield Saturday at James M. Stewart Stadium, 7 p.m. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report on GoHofstra.com.